Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining this PMP training session, our February bootcamp that is starting today. So I welcome all of you, uh, and thank you again for putting your confidence in me. And over the course of these 3 weeks, I'll make sure that we cover each and every topic that is supposed to be covered for this PMP related curriculum in a thorough way, and we'll try to remain interactive as much as possible. And for that, obviously, your contribution will also be required whenever uh, you feel that you need to ask something or maybe you need to add some value. Please feel free to do so because I take these sessions as a learning opportunity both ways. All of you are professionals. You can also add some value, your experience to it, which everyone, including myself, can benefit from it. And obviously, I will also be talking about a lot of things related to the PMP and project management. So we will try to learn from each other and make it as interactive as possible. So, starting with it, let me first introduce myself. My name is Imran Zafar. Some of you already know me. Maybe some of you are not that familiar. So, this is Imran Zafar here. I'll be your trainer for this PMP course. And education-wise, I am an electrical engineer. Basically, I'm an electrical engineer, and in addition to that, I have done my master's in business management in finance. In terms of experience, I have 22 plus years experience in automobile and telecom sector, and I specialize in portfolio, program, and project management. Uh, I conduct trainings related to PMP. PGMP is also on the list. I may be starting my first PGMP batch very soon, maybe in March or later in this month as well. Apart from that, I also teach CAPM and ACP as well. In terms of certifications, I possess PMP certification and program management certification. And right now, I am also preparing for the third one, which is the PFMP. So I will soon be, inshallah, becoming a PMP certified, PFMP certified professional as well, which is related to portfolio management. And my experience, basically, I have conducted or performed or a very different kind of projects, some large scale, some small scale portfolios, programs, and projects throughout my career. So as we go along in this in these sessions of ours, so we will not only be talking about the theoretical side of things, but you will also be getting some practical knowledge as well. And I am expecting that I will also be getting some practical knowledge, some practical insights from your side as well. And talking about training approach, so I'll cover more on this as we go along. But training will mostly be we will be covering the PM Work 7th, the latest edition, and uh, the sixth edition when we talk about the processes, because the processes that were part of PM Work 6th edition, they are still part of the predictive methodology. So we need to cover those as well. And for agile related things, we will be covering the agile practice guide. So you will be getting everything that you need to understand for the uh, this PMP course. And if you follow the things, so you will be in a very good shape to give your exam in maybe next 6 to 8 weeks. And one request I would also make to all of you, that do not take this opportunity or these sessions only to pass the exam. Uh, Passing an exam, the exam is obviously it is an achievement, but you need to take it as an excellent learning opportunity. You will be learning a lot of new things. So take it as a learning opportunity. Try to implement, practice the things, the tools that we will be learning along these sessions, because that will help you in accelerating in your career. Uh, just going for the certification may not give you the advantage, but the real advantage will come when you start practicing those tools, techniques, utilizing those terminologies in your daily routine, in your daily work. So that will make you as a standout person in your organization wherever you are working, and you will be seen as someone that who really knows about project management. So this is what my request should be. So take it as a learning opportunity, uh, in addition to passing the exam as well. So this was a brief introduction from my side. So now what I would request all of you, if you can uh, turn on your cameras and introduce yourself one by one so that everyone knows that who is participating, and then we can move forward. So who
Yeah,
is
hi,
coming
I'm
first?
Sajid. I'm from Sri Lanka. Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you
Hello.
turn on? Yeah, yeah, we can hear you. Can you turn on your camera, please?
The thing is, I'm outside, so the light
Okay,
effects are not that good. That's what I use the camera. The thing
okay,
is, my name is Sajid. Currently, I got promoted as assistant project manager. Because of that, only I'm trying to do this course. So, to be honest about this course, I just want to see what are the outcomes which are going to learn in this and how can I benefit with my day-to-day routines at work. So, because I think each project, construction project, mostly comes with project management involvement, right? So, because of that, only I tried joining this course, to be honest. And thank
okay,
you.
okay. Thank you, Sajid. So, who is coming next then?
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Am I audible?
Yeah, Abdullah, can you
Yes.
turn your camera, please?
Actually, I'm outside, so turning on the camera that will be a bit challenging, but I'll be fine. Yeah. So, good
Okay,
evening. This is Abdullah Azam. Education-wise, I'm a mechanical engineer, and for the past 3.5 years, I've been working as a project engineer in an engineering consultancy in the oil and gas sector. So, this will be a great opportunity for me to learn from our mentor and to learn from my fellow colleagues. So, I'll be relying on your continued support and your keen insights. Thank you all.
okay, thank you, Abdullah. So, who is next now?
Thank you so much, Ji. Assalamu alaikum. My name is
Aslam.
Aziz Ahmed. I'm not sure if there are people from outside of Pakistan as well, but I'm in Peshawar, Pakistan. Um, I've done my master's in development studies and long time ago did an MBA in marketing too. I've been in the development sector for the last 15 plus years. I worked at the US Embassy, Islamabad for about 12 years. Then since then I've been in USAID and UNDP funded projects till now.
Okay, thank you, Alisa. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah,
Evening,
we have
everyone.
we have people coming from South Africa.
Yes,
Two have
yeah.
already joined. One has not joined yet. So we have actually three participants from South Africa and one guy from Saudi Arabia. Yeah,
Presley.
please continue.
Yes. Okay, my name is Presley. I'm from South Africa. I'm a full-time construction manager. I'm a site agent. I've been building roads for the past 16 years. So this program is going to help me expand my knowledge, and I'm going to use it more into the incoming or new coming projects. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Parsley.
Hello,
So,
my name is Shachil. I am an engineer and I've done my MBA. And right now I am working from an engineering firm looking after telecom side. It's been like 5 years and I have been working as a project manager.
Okay, good. So I can see Abdullah Rafi.
Okay, so let me introduce myself. My name is Abdul Rafe, and I am from IT sector background. I'm currently working as a business analyst in the software hubs, and I have almost 5 years of working experience. And I have also recently done my master's in project management.
Okay, good. Thank you, Abdul Rafi. So,
Assalamu alaikum. My name is
Salam.
Shiraz Ahmed. Yeah. Sorry, I joined a little bit late. I was in the traveling. Uh, I'm basically project management specialist in project and construction. Currently, I'm working in Saudi Aramco Mobile Refinery as a lead project engineer.
Okay, thank you, Shiraz. So, who is
Assalamu alaikum.
left? Walaikum salam.
Myself, Mohammad Mubashir. I'm working as a. I've done my bachelor's from Maran University in electrical engineering. I'm basically from Karachi, and after that, I've done my master's in project management and currently working as a project engineer in development sector. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So now we are left with I'm not sure whether I'm pronouncing the name right or no. Please pardon me. I think it's just Takalani. I don't know. So if you can introduce yourself
Okay.
as well.
Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Takalani. I'm from South Africa. I am a project manager for the past 20 years in telecommunications. And this program will help me as well to obtain my certificate, PMP certificate. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for introducing yourself. That is always important. That one know who is participating. Uh, so thank you all for introducing yourself. So now let's move forward. So first, let's talk about the setup of the course, how the course is set up, or how we will be covering the topics throughout the course of these 3 weeks over the weekends. So starting, uh, we are currently in the introduction part where we will be talking about different things related to PMP exam, how to prepare, how the exam is set up, how what you require to pass the exam, and then we will be covering the fundamentals part, which is mostly the business environment related topics, that why organizations carry out projects, what is program management, what is portfolio management, and we will talk about other different things that basically impact your projects. We'll talk about project environment and all other stuff. So these will be the two topics that we will be covering in today's class. And then we move to the stakeholder management topic, communication management in our tomorrow sessions. And then before going into the other stuff, we will lay the foundation of all the agile related concepts that you need to understand, which we will talk about in this fourth topic about agile. And then we will go into scope, schedule, cost management, where we will talk about, we will prepare our baselines. Then we move to risk management, quality management, procurement management, team resource management, and finally, we will talk about integration and how to close a project. So this will be the path that we will be following throughout the course of these 3 weeks. And whatever concepts are related to agile that are applicable to scope, schedule, cost, risk, quality. So we will be covering those as well as we will discuss the other topics after the fourth session, which is about agile concepts. So by the end of these sessions, you will be in a very good shape. You will have a very good understanding about what this entire course is all about and how to manage a project from start to end. Now let's see what features are part of this program in which you have enrolled. So obviously, we will be conducting the online training sessions that will give you the 35-hour PDUs that you need as a compulsory requirement from PMI before submitting your application. In addition to that, I have given access to majority of you on the exam simulator, which is part of the student portal, where you will have access to 2,500 high quality questions. Some of it are in the form of quizzes that are related to each and every topic that we just talked about. And in addition to those quizzes, you will have access to 10 mock exams as well. The full length 4-hour mock exam that will be available to you, because practicing scenario based questions is extremely important uh, for your preparation, because this is where your understanding will come, that how the different concepts they are applied in those scenario based questions. So you have a lot of questions at your disposal through the exam simulator. So you do not need to go anywhere else. You have a lot of stuff available. Just follow the methodology that I will be discussing about in the next slides, that how to approach this overall preparation, and you will be in a very good shape to clear your exam in first attempt. I can help you in preparing your customized study plans depending on how much time you can give on a daily basis. So if you want me to help you in this, I will be available. You on the student portal, you also have access to the comprehensive kind of notes that are topic wise available there. So these notes should be more than enough uh, to help you in revising the concepts, in making linkage between the online session and before going into the quizzes and the mock exam. So these study material or the notes will help you a lot in refining the concepts before you go into the uh, quizzes and mock exams. I'll also help you in application part, that how to apply, how to format your application, what things need to be considered uh, before submitting your application to PMI. What I would be requesting you that you share your project description with me. I'll review it, and uh, in case any modifications, any alignment is required as per the PMI approach, so I'll do it, and then I'll request you to submit it afterwards. For mentoring part, I'll make sure that I'll remain available to you till you pass your exam, no matter how long it takes for you. I will remain available. You can contact me anytime. We have the WhatsApp group already established. You can ask questions over there as well, and you can ask me directly as well, whatever you feel appropriate. Uh, the lectures are all recorded, so you will have access to all the lecture recordings as well. These recordings will be available on YouTube, okay, in a private channel. So that is why I asked all of you to share your email IDs that you use on YouTube. So you will be able to see the lectures on YouTube. I also conduct weekly question and answer sessions. It is conducted every Friday at uh, 9 p.m. Pakistan time, which is GMT +5. So you can join those sessions as well, where we attempt 10 to 15 questions on a weekly basis. So that will also help you in attempting some additional questions to help in your preparations. Is available to you, that you have the opportunity for free revision whenever you like. Let's say after completing these sessions, you request that maybe I need a revision session, or maybe you want to join some other uh, or upcoming any of the batches, so you can do it whenever you want. There is no problem at my side for it. So these These are all the features that are available to you, and it is a very comprehensive kind of package that will give you everything that you need for PMP exam. You no need to go anywhere else. If you just follow the sessions, follow my strategy, follow the pattern that we will be discussing, so that should be more than enough. And uh, I also claim that if you follow the everything, no need to read any books, including the standards or any other book like Rita or some other books. There is no need to read any kind of books if you just follow myself. Okay. Uh, and this is what we will trying to understand throughout the project, that what are the core principles that are part of this PMP curriculum, what are the different processes that are involved. We will try to grasp understanding about key terminologies, the tools and techniques that are important, that are utilized as part of this curriculum. So this is what we will trying to achieve, and this is what I will be requesting you to remain attentive throughout the sessions. Try to make notes as you go, as we go along, because this will help you in reducing your preparation time rather than uh, going through the videos again and again. It is may not be of that much use. If you just attend these sessions attentively, make your notes, and then go and revise the notes that I have prepared for you on the portal. So you that should be more than enough. Okay. And this is something that I talked about already, that the curriculum or the study material that I have prepared, it basically covers the concept from the 7th edition, the latest PMBOK edition, from the 6th edition, where we will be talking about the different processes that are part of the predictive methodology, and the agile practice guide is used for agile related concepts. Benefits of PMP certification. I hope you already have a very good understanding. What are the benefits of PMP certification? Foremost, it is a globally recognized certification, recognized all over the world, and it is considered as a gold standard in project management. Uh, you will, when you go through the preparation part, you will grasp understanding of a lot of best practices covering different project methodologies, agile, hybrid, waterfall. So you will learn a lot of new things. If you join PMI, you take membership, you have access to around 1.4 million project related professionals. You will have a lot of material available from PMI as a free resource that you can uh, you have free trainings, webinars. You can download all the material that is available there, especially the standards. So, uh, and obviously, if you can sell yourself as a project manager uh, with the added advantage of this PMP certification, so you can have higher salary opportunities, new job opportunities coming your way. And by the way, what PMI's latest study suggests that by 2030, there is a requirement of 2.3 million new project managers every year. So that is a huge number. There is a lot of scope available for project managers, and especially for people who have this certification, and especially in the Gulf region, in Saudi, Dubai, USA. There are a lot of jobs coming which are now requiring PMP as a mandatory kind of requirement. So if you do the certification, you apply yourself to it, so you will give yourself the opportunity to excel in your career. So now let's talk about how the exam is set up and what are the details involved in it. So first of all, you need 35 PDUs. We will talk about the educational background and the job experience in the upcoming slide. The third requirement that is mandatory is to have the 35 PDU, which you will be getting from my side since you are part of this training. So by the end of this training, yeah, this part is covered. You need 35 PDUs as a mandatory requirement. Then you submit your application to PMI. Okay. For application part, I'll be guiding you, so no need to worry about this. Once you submit your application, so PMI reviews your application. They see how you have described your projects, and then they take their decision. Majority of almost 95% or more applications are approved without any audit. But in case the audit happens, so then you need to provide some additional documentation to PMI. But anyways, once your application is approved, only then you can schedule your exam. And after application approval, you have 1 year timeline or time frame available in which you can book your exam. So this is what I always recommend, that as soon as you complete the training, this training part, what I would recommend to you as well, that you book your exam date, because that will force you to start studying. Uh, Otherwise, if you do not have a target in mind, you do not have a target exam date in mind, so that may lead to some procrastination. You may get lazy, and your overall preparation time will increase. And this is what, believe me, happens with 80 to 85% people. They attend the sessions, and then uh, they somehow uh, cannot find the time to study, to prepare themselves, and ultimately, even if they give the exam, so that takes them 6 to 8 months or maybe more time than this. So this is why I request everyone, or I recommend all of my students to please uh, book your exam date, submit your application as soon as we are done with the session, and do not try to drag it more than maybe 2 3 months. 2 3 months are more than enough to prepare and give your exam.
I've
So once you
I've already
uh,
scheduled my exam, which is on March 20th. Actually, I did it like 6 or 7 months ago. Then I
okay,
rescheduled it because it was just, I couldn't have time. So
okay,
now I'm in a bit of a, I don't have enough time. So this is I think the timing is just right. As soon as I'm done with this training with yours, I'll have enough time to kind of revise some of the things, and then March 20 is just around the corner. So
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's good that you have a date, and inshallah, I'll make sure that you cross the line. We will keep talking about it, how to prepare and how to approach the things. Okay.
inshallah.
Okay. So once you schedule the exam, if you pass it, so now you become a PMP certified, and to keep or to maintain your certification, you need to have, because PMP certification is valid for 3 years. So every 3 years you need to renew it, and renewal comes in when you earn 60 PDUs. PDUs are basically these are the professional development units, and 1 PDU means 1 hour of training. So over the course of 3 years, you need to maintain or earn 60 PDUs, and that is very easy to do. You have a lot of webinars available at PMI website. You can watch those webinars, and without any extra cost, you can keep earning those PDUs. And once you have the PDU, you can pay the amount. Maybe it is $30 to $40 to PMI, and you get your certification renewed for the next 3 years. And in case your application goes into audit, uh, so then PMI will ask you to share or provide proof of your education, proof of your PDU, the certificate, and they will ask you to give some references, the names and the emails of persons who can verify the projects that you have mentioned in your application. So everything is digital now. No need to send anything physically to PMI. You just need to upload the your educational document, your PDU certificate that I will be giving you, and for reference part, PMI will will give you a form. You need to fill it. You need to get it signed from those individuals and upload it. So audit process is also very streamlined nowadays. But hopefully, you will not get into this problem of audit if you uh, get your application reviewed from my side before submitting it to PMI. So talking about educational criteria, so this is the criteria that we have here. There are basically three criteria. If you have a high school or an associate degree, then you need 60 months of project management experience. If you have a bachelor's degree, then you require 36 months of project management experience. And if your bachelor's degree or if you have a postgraduate degree that is recognized all over the world, so then you need to show 24 months of project management experience. I think all of you are already covered in this part, so no need to bother about it. Regarding the project management experience that you need to show, one important thing to remember that it should be within the last 8 years, not before that. Whatever projects you are describing, let's say you fall into this category, so maybe you can describe 3 projects of 1 year duration each, and that should be more than enough to cover your 36 months of project management experience. The project should be unique. There should not be any overlapping of dates. Let's suppose you have mentioned a project which started on 2021 January and it concluded on December 2021, and you mentioned the next project which started on, let's say, maybe October 2021 and it concluded in October 2022. So there is an overlap here. PMI will not consider these 4 months into this 36 months of your project experience. So there should not be any overlapping uh, in dates of the projects that you are mentioning. And we will see about it when you share your application that there is no overlapping and the other part of your application as well. So now let's talk about how the exams is set up, how the overall exam is. You have a total of 180 questions to attempt in 230 minutes. Okay. And out of those 230 questions, 180 questions, 175 questions, they will contribute to your final score. They will be marked in your actual score. And 5 questions are those that are not scored. You are not evaluated on those. These are the questions that maybe PMI is testing, that how people are answering these questions. And if a lot of people are giving wrong answers, maybe so PMI may discard those type of questions because maybe the language is vague or the scenario is not that clear. So for this purpose, to check the understanding and how people respond to these new question that PMI is planning to make part of their exam later on. So you have these 5 unscored questions, but obviously you do not know that what are those 5 questions. So for you, exam is 180 questions. You need to attempt 180 questions without bothering about that which are the scored ones and which will not be scored. So and how the exam is basically happens that once you complete the first 60 questions, okay, so you will be given an option to take a break. In the exam, you have option to take 2 breaks. So it is always recommended to avail these breaks just to freshen yourself. So after 60 questions, you will have the option to take the break. So you should take the break. And before going for break, you need to make sure that the 60 questions that you have answered, you review their answers. In case you have marked any question to review later, make sure that you review them, you submit your answer, because after the break, you will not be able to go back to these 60 questions. Okay. So this is, you need to remember that before the break, whatever questions you submit, they are gone. You cannot review them after the break. And once you resume your exam after the break, as soon as you complete 120 questions, you will again be offered the second break. You take it, and again the same thing. Review the answer and before submitting it. And after the second break, you will have the chance to complete the remaining 60 questions, and you will be done with your overall 180 questions. And talking about the duration that you have to complete any question. So you have 230 minutes to complete 180 questions. So it means approximately you have around 76 seconds to answer one question. This may seem a very limited or very short time, and that is why, or that is where the practice questions come into play. And that is why I said earlier that apart from these online sessions, attempting the practice questions is extremely important, because this will uh, bring you into that practice mode where you will be able to understand the scenario, look into the options, and then selecting the best option among the given ones within this limited time period. And this will only come with practice. And that is why I have structured my course in such a way that whatever topic we cover, uh, you attempt the quizzes related to that topic. So that will not only enhance your understanding about the topic, but it will also, from day one, you will uh, start practicing and coming into the exam mode. All of my quizzes, mock exams, they are all timed. You will not be getting any paper-based questions. Everything is available on portal, and you have the clock ticking. And the purpose is that you need to come into practice in the exam like practice from day one. So if you start practicing it like this, so gradually, slowly and gradually, you will start understanding how to approach questions, how to approach scenarios, and how to apply the mindset. Okay. Uh, Now let's talk about how the exam is distributed. Basically, PMP exam is distributed into three different domains. The first one is people domain, which is all about leading and manage project teams and your stakeholders in an effective manner. So 42% of exam questions, they cover people related scenarios. Okay. 50% of exam questions are about processes, the actual project management, the different aspects, technical aspects of project management like scope, schedule, risk, quality, budgeting, uh, procurement, team management. So all these things, the processes related thing that covers your 50% of your exam questions, and 8% uh, scenarios or questions come from the business environment, that how business environment impacts your project and what impact project bring to you, bring into the organization. uh, so this is how the exam is set up into these three uh, domains of the PMP curriculum. And talking about the methodology part, so nowadays almost 50% questions are covering agile related scenarios. Okay. And the rest 50% covers predictive and hybrid methodologies. Okay. And this is how we will be covering the content that we will talk about: predictive, agile as we go along, so that we have the understanding of both scenarios as we go into the training modules. Okay, so let's take a deeper look into what these domains are all about. Obviously, we will talking about these things when we go into the topic-wise things. So, what people domain basically covers? People domain covers managing conflict, because handling conflict is an important aspect when we talk about people, when we talk about team and stakeholders, team building, how to build a team, how to foster collaboration, and how to improve your team performance. That also comes under the people domain. How to lead your team, how to collaborate within the team, outside the team, with your stakeholder, with your sponsor, and how to manage and engage your stakeholders, how to communicate with them. So all these things are part of the people domain. The process domain, we'll talk about a lot about the processes. It's about how to manage your budget, manage your scope, manage your schedule, how to handle risk, how to handle quality, how to govern things, how to make sure that you are capturing all the knowledge. So all these things are part of the process domain. And business environment is about making sure that you remain compliant with your organizational policies, with your regulatory policies, laws, regulations. Uh, if any change is suggested in your scope, in your schedule, in your budget, so that is also covered under the business environment. How to deliver benefits and how to support organizational change through your project. So all these things are part of the business environment. And talking about how the questions are there in the exam, uh, every question, or almost 95 to 97% questions, are all scenario based. You will be given a real world kind of scenario, and your decision making skills will be tested. You will have uh, four at least four options in the multiple choice question, and in some scenarios you will have more than four options where you have to select more than one right answer. So this is how majority of the exam questions are set up. But apart from this, you will have some portion of matching type questions where you need to match a definition with a description, with a terminology. Maybe you can find one to two fill in the blank type questions, some hotspot questions where you are given, let's say, a chart or a graph, and you need to click on the screen which option is right. But these type of questions are maybe not more than 10 questions overall in the exam. So how to uh, uh, handle these questions? How to handle the scenario based questions especially. So you need to take a very systematic approach when reading the question and analyzing the scenario. First of all, you need to understand the PMI perspective. You need to think like a project manager uh, who is basically following the PMI methodology, because PMI methodology or PMI perspective may not align fully with whatever experience you have right now. PMI uh, perspective is based on best practices that are used all over the world. So you need to understand the PMI perspective rather than putting your own experience into the scenario. That is very, very important. And this is what we will try to build as we go along, that we need to understand the PMI perspective and then apply the understanding accordingly. No need to put your personal experience into the things. Then obviously reading the question thoroughly is extremely important, because one word can change the entire scenario. So reading the question thoroughly, identifying key terms uh, in the question will help you in understanding which domain or which knowledge area this question is all about. You need to think holistically. Do not go for any short-term options. Uh, Look for the impact on a larger scale or a longer period, and then decide which is the best option. Uh, Eliminating the distractors is also very helpful. In majority of the questions, you will find at least two options that may not align with PMI's perspective, or uh, they do not relate or applicable to the current scenario. So you can always do that elimination technique, utilize it, and then once you are left with two options, then you can decide that which is the best among the two. Uh, Relating questions to the specific knowledge area, process, phases, this will also help you in understanding the overall scenario. And another important point is focusing yourself on the best answer. Do not try to find the right answer, because the right answer may not be there. You always have to look for the best answer among the choices that are given to you. Okay. Uh, just focus on that and try to find the best option that you think that is applicable to this scenario. Okay. If there are lengthy questions, maybe 4 to 5 line questions, so it is recommended that you read the last sentence first, because this is where the actual question will be asked, and the above maybe 1 2 lines, they are just uh, to distract you or consume time. So this is a technique that you can also apply when you start attempting the quizzes and the mock exams. PMI puts a lot of focus on ethical responsibility. Uh, Ethics are extremely important. So any choice that mentions some unethical options to go for, so those are always the wrong answers. And process of elimination or elimination technique we already talked about. So if you approach questions with this mindset, with this methodology, so that will help you a lot in the exam and in the practice questions as well. And how to prepare for the exam? This is what you need to do. Understand the concepts that we will be discussing in these sessions. Make your notes after the session, before attempting the quizzes. Review the notes that I have given you, and then attempt the quizzes. This is extremely important. Make sure that you prepare a study plan for yourself and stick to it as well. That is extremely important. No matter if you are giving, let's say, suppose 30 minutes a day as well, that should be that is okay. But you need to stick to it so that you keep progressing on a daily basis. Revision is also important, but do not try to revise more than 2 to 3 times. This should be more than enough. And I'll talk about this in the upcoming slides as well. Uh, Whatever mock or whatever quiz you are attempting, just do not bother about whether you have passed it or failed it. Okay. No need to bother about it. This is just a learning curve. You need to take it as a learning curve. Make sure that whatever quiz you are attempting, whatever mock exam you are attempting, review all the questions, all the answers. What went right, what went wrong, why your answer was wrong. When you read the explanation, you analyze the situation, so that will help you a lot in your preparation. So reviewing your answers and their explanations is also very, very important. And another important point that uh, do not go for quantity, go for quality. I talked about earlier, you have more than 2,500 questions at your disposal. They are, in terms of quality, they are very good. So just stick to those questions and you will be in a very good shape uh, after, let's say, 6 to 8 weeks for the exam. And what you need to avoid, uh, do not try to memorize concepts. Okay. Memorization will not help you at all. in your preparation. You need to understand the concepts and you need to learn how to apply those concepts in different scenarios. Okay, so memorization is a straight away no go. This I talked about already. You need to utilize quality mock test practice questions. You already have 2,500 plus questions at your disposable. Do not try to read PMBOK immediately. Uh, go through these sessions, go through the notes, uh, and maybe uh, and surely you will not need to go through the PMBOK, but still you feel. So then after the sessions and after reviewing the notes, then you can go to the PMBOK and uh, you can go through it. It is very easy to get bored or overwhelmed when you are preparing for PMP exam because at first it may seem a lot that there are so many things to learn, so many things to cover, but believe me, it is not that much. You just need to stay motivated, stay engaged, try to utilize these 4 hours, these sessions that we are doing to your maximum. If you attend these thoroughly, you remain attentive. So I'm pretty sure that you will be in a very good shape and start practicing the quizzes and mock exams from day one. And stick to your study plan as well. And hybrid or agile methodologies, these are very important, and I'll make sure that you have a very good understanding about these methodologies as we go along. So these are the few things that you need to take care of once you start preparing for the exam. Talking about how much time you require for preparation, my study plan is for 6 weeks. Okay, I'll share the study plan with all of you on the group. If you follow that, 6 weeks are more than enough, including these 3 weeks of our training sessions. But obviously, if you have 5+ years of project management experience, so you will grasp the understanding sooner. If you are new to these things, maybe you need more time. But again, I will recommend that do not extend it beyond 3 months. 3 months are more than enough to go for the exam. No, and one thing that I also tell all my students, uh, what people try to do, that they try to go for perfection. Okay, perfection means that you want to pass every mock exam, every quiz before going to the exam. This is not going to happen. At least for my quizzes or my mock exams, I'm 100% sure. Maybe you can pass few quizzes, maybe you can pass 1 or 2 mock exams, but majority of those you will be scoring 75%, around 75%. And believe me, this is an excellent result if you achieve this in my quizzes and mock exams. Okay. Uh, I have students who have cleared the exam. Their mock exam results were around, let's say, 65%, 67, 68%. And they were very skeptical whether they are not well prepared. But I assured them that from my side, you can give the exam next day, maybe. And they, all of them cleared it in first attempt and all above target. So do not look for perfection. You will not be getting 100% result in any of the quiz and mock exams. If you are getting scores above 70%, that is more than enough. You are well prepared for the exam. Just go for it. Okay. Another important thing is sticking to your study plan. If you do not follow a study plan, so then your preparation time will obviously increase. But if you stick to it, and then you can be ready either in between these two time frames. Okay. So again, maybe I am repeating myself again and again, but that is extremely important that you need to have a time frame in mind, uh, and then just follow it uh, and give your exam within that time period. And this is what the snapshot of the study plan is that I'm recommending to all of you. I'll share the details of it over WhatsApp as well. That one, these 3 weeks when we are in the training session, we will be covering the session. What I would request that after the session, you review the notes and then you attempt the quizzes. Okay. Once you attempt the quiz, you analyze your result, you review all the answers and explanations, make your notes, the lesson that you have learned, and by the end of the 3 weeks, you will be in a very good shape in terms of your preparation. As soon as we complete these sessions, you revise the concepts one time and then start giving the mock exams. Okay. Uh, Again, for the mock exam, you need to review the answers, the explanations. You need to write down important points that you learn from those reviews. Identify what type of questions you are getting wrong mostly, why you are getting those questions wrong. Make your lessons learned, prepare your notes, your bullet points, and then combine it with your notes, and you will be in a very good shape within 6 to 8 weeks to go for the exam. Okay. And talking about the PMI mindset, the mindset that you need to uh, apply or you need to grasp during your entire preparation is this. PMI puts a lot of emphasis on emotional intelligence, that how to manage your emotions and the emotions of people around you. So you will find a lot of questions that will present you scenarios related to where you will be dealing with scenarios about people, your team, your stakeholder, and how you can apply your emotional intelligence. Servant leadership is an important concept that PMI has introduced recently. Uh, that as a project manager, you are supposed to focus on growth and well-being of your team members in addition to the project related work. So you need to apply the servant leader mindset, and we will talk about this in our sessions. Agile mindset is very important. Agile is all about embracing change, uh, how to remain collaborative, how to engage with stakeholders. So in agile related scenarios, you need to apply the four values and 12 principles. If you understand those four values and 12 principles, so you will be in a very good situation for the exam. Proactive risk management is extremely important from the PMI perspective. You need to identify risks early. You need to be proactive about them. You need to make sure that you have the plans ready for those risks. So that is also extremely important. Ethical leadership or applying ethics is also important. Continuous learning is also an important aspect of modern project management, that whatever you are doing, you are doing some mistakes, some things are working well, some things are not working that well, so you need to make sure that you are documenting all those things to help you improve your processes, your approach, and not only you but the projects that are coming maybe later in the years in your organization. So that is also extremely important. You need to remain adaptable and flexible. You need to make sure that whatever decisions you are making, they are aligned with your uh, organizational goals, the strategies of the organization for you, which your project is initiated. And you need to remain collaborative with your team, with your stakeholders, with your sponsor, with your higher management, with your uh, vendors, your suppliers throughout the project. So this is what you need to embrace or approach uh, the course that we will be covering in these sessions. Now let's talk about the PMBOK details, how the PMBOK is basically designed. So this PMBOK, the latest version, is basically divided into three main areas or three parts. The first one talks about the foundational concepts where the 12 principles of project management are introduced. It talk about how the value is delivered to organization. Then the second domain talks about the project performance domain, the stakeholder team, the 8 performance domains. It talks about it. And finally, you have some models, methods, and artifacts. These are basically the tools, techniques, and documents that you require to execute your project. And as we go along, we will cover all these things in a very coordinated kind of way into the sessions. And this is basically a comparison of the 6th edition and the 7th edition. We will be covering these knowledge areas of 6th edition because these are extremely important for the predictive methodology. Okay. And in 7th edition, we have these 12 principles: stewardship, team, stakeholder, tailoring, quality. So we will touch upon all these things and the performance, 8 performance domains that are part of this new PMBOK. So we will cover the concept from both these standards plus the agile practice guide as well. And this is an important slide. I talked about this already, but just to recap again, that you need to wear the PMI hat. Okay, you need to, from right now, you need to wear PMI hat. You need to let go all of your experiences that you have gathered throughout the years in your organization in managing your projects. To pass the exam, you need to make sure that you understand the PMI mindset, the PMI perspective, what is right in terms of PMI, what is wrong. Only then you will be able to clear your exam. If you start applying your own understanding, your own experiences into the practice question and into the exam, so that will uh, lead to failure 100%. Okay. Your practical experience is important, but you need to club it with the PMI mindset, and only then you will be able to succeed in the exam. So that is extremely important uh, for the exams perspective. Okay, so this was it for the introductory part. So I hope it is clear to all of you. If you have any questions regarding these, any of the things that we have discussed, please feel free to ask, or else we can move to the next topic maybe.
Thank you very much, sir. Is there a passing grade for PMP exam?
No. PMI has never disclosed this information about what are the passing marks or what is the passing percentage. Okay, no one knows about it. It's all about the 3 domains that we talked about. Your result will come like this: that process, people, process, and business environment. Okay, and there will be a, let's say, a bar like this, and there will be some threshold. So you will be overall, you will be given a score like this. This is above target, this is target. Okay. So if you score within target or above target, so you will be considered as passed. If in any of the domains you are below target, so you will not clear the exam. So this is how it is. But what generally people think, that maybe 70% above score is a good is the score that will lead you to a successful PMP. Okay, but no one knows about it. This is just a hypothetical number. Okay.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, so anyone else, if anyone has any questions, you can ask, else we can stop this recording and move to the next topic. Okay, seems all good. So let me stop this recording.